we are going to be doing some segments on back to school preparation, things we can do to get our kids ready, and what more important than to talk about health and making sure that our kids are getting the health they need. We have Allie from LDS Hospital here. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. Yes, going back to school is a perfect opportunity to start thinking about the nutrition, the types of foods that your children are eating, and just overall their general well-being and health.
Right.
Well, let's start at the beginning. Let's start with breakfast. How can we have breakfast start making your nutrition a lot better?
Okay. So what I like to think about when I'm making breakfast is choose 3 food groups.
Okay.
That sounds very complicated to me because I'm grabbing the fastest thing I can.
It's not that complicated. Think about getting some sort of protein, so something like peanut butter or milk or yogurt, getting some sort of carbohydrate, and then getting a fruit or a vegetable. And so really when we're looking at cereals, a lot of times we grab for sugary cereals, but a good rule of thumb is to try and choose a cereal that has about 3 grams of fiber and 6 grams or less of sugar.
I will tell you, one of my best friends in college said, I will only buy a cereal, me, Jessie, that has at least 5 colors in it. So no, that's maybe not.
It may work. Maybe try adding your color to it.
But hey, I just read a study that said as long as you're eating breakfast, that's more important than what you're eating. I mean, obviously make good choices, but eating a donut's better than skipping breakfast. So I felt a lot better about my Fruity Pebbles. Okay, but increase the color. That's what I'm doing. And why is that so important?
Color's important because adults and children are drawn to color. When you look at packages, they're brightly colored. They like blues and greens and purples, and the more color you can infuse into their lunch, into their breakfast, the more appealing it's going to be.
That's totally true.
You know, and you think about it, is it looks better. So more, you know,
visually, it's like you're drawn to it.
Visually more appealing. And so chopping up broccoli or cauliflower or jicama or having berries or apples, those type of things add that bright color, and it can be, that contrast is really appealing.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's really important. Okay, what's next?
How can we get our kids involved? I'll tell you, mine want to be involved all the time. Sometimes I wonder how to not get them involved. But
maybe less involved, please.
But I mean, this is my kids in the fridge all the time, except they're grabbing popsicles. So how is a good way to get your kids involved?
So it is good to have them involved because they're going to eat things that they like.
Right.
And so have them help you come up with a grocery list, or pack their lunch the night before, or wash the fruit, or maybe not cut the vegetables.
Right.
That's age appropriate. But having them get involved and think of those kind of things, or maybe even if they're choosing lunch, go through the menu together and say, okay, what would be good choices? Because the more empowered they feel, the more likely they are to make that healthy choice too.
Well, and then they'll know what healthy choices are. I love that.
Yeah, that's really smart.
You know, and it may not be a good idea to say, okay, of all the things, what do you want? Because they'll probably choose, oh, I want a donut.
Exactly.
But say, okay, what kind of fruit do you want in your lunch, or what type of vegetable, to get them involved that way too.
Okay, what do you think about drinks?
Drinks can be really hit or miss. All in all, you know, when you think about things like Gatorade or Powerade or a lot of our fruit juices per se, there's a lot of added sugar.
Right.
And so anytime you can get them to drink more water, the better off you'll be. So again, thinking of fun ways to jazz up water, whether it's having them get their own water bottle or adding frozen fruit. You can freeze berries, or you can freeze watermelon. It's National Watermelon Day. Freeze watermelon and put it into water to give some flavor.
I think we should talk about this cool water bottle that you have. I'm actually going to pull this up.
I didn't see that.
Because I didn't know what it was when she was showing it. But I think that's so great even for school lunches because it's like
so
collapsible.
Cool. Oh, is that
so it's reusable?
So yeah, why do you like this one?
Well, it's a good water bottle, and any water bottle they want's fun. But this is a fun color, but after you're done drinking out of it, it does collapse.
It collapses. Oh my gosh, that's so smart.
There's no water.
And you can reuse it. Then you can reuse it.
Yeah,
and then you can reuse it.
Come home in the lunchbox.
Folds up really nicely. Yes.
I love that. Okay, so we're talking about all the food they can be eating, but what about activity and how we can limit TV time?
Set boundaries. And that's the thing, is the more TV kids watch, the more likely they are to be overweight or be obese, especially later in life. And so with school being out, there's a lot of activity. We're going to the pool, we're running around, playing games, and then when they go back to school, it's a lot of sitting, and then can be a lot of sitting afterwards. So really trying to limit TV to 2 hours or less a day is a good thing to do, and then trying to encourage them to do activities. And as a family, it's really good to go for walks or play basketball or play softball, or you know,
that's great. And even with electronics too. A lot of times my daughter's is on the iPad. It's like limiting that time is so smart. Great tips. This is so great. And we're going to be doing more of these fun segments, so stay tuned for that. And you can get more information at ldshospital.org. Allie, we love having you.
We really do love having you, and you are going to want to stick around because you talked about it being National Watermelon Day. We are celebrating in the kitchen when we come back.
We got the sweet stuff and still